Hello, my name is Simon Linge. I'm the Managing Director and CEO of Lithium Australia. Lithium Australia is an ASX-listed company with a ticker LIT. Lithium Australia started life as a mining explorer, but we are now firmly entrenched as a technology company providing critical materials to the circular battery industry. Today, I'd like to take you through a shortened version of our corporate presentation. If you want to see the full version, you can visit our website or you can reach out and we'll make sure we send you a version. But today is a shortened version of our corporate presentation that I'd like to take you through. At Lithium Australia, we believe that we're helping to energise a better world. We take our governance obligations seriously at Lithium Australia, and here you'll see our disclaimer slide around forward-looking statements and other statutory and legal requirements. This slide really explains where our technologies fit across the lithium-ion battery value chain. In the centre, you'll see two technologies in a box: lithium chemicals, battery materials. They are patented technologies that are pre-revenue and are on a scale-up commercialisation journey. Our third technology, the box to the right, is battery recycling. As I said at the outset, we started life as a mining explorer, but today we don't have any interest in exploration and mining. We're firmly a battery technology business providing critical materials to the battery industry. If I start at the right, today we have a battery recycling business that is the leading battery recycling business in Australia. We recycle and focus on lithium-ion batteries and large format, which is greater than 5 kilos and upwards, lithium-ion batteries for recycling. We deal only with end-of-life lithium-ion batteries, and we process those to a material that is an intermediate material that the industry calls black mass. Pleasingly, our battery recycling business is actually one of, if not the only battery recycling business in the world that is actually generating operating cash profits. In terms of our patented technologies, our lithium chemicals technology works at the mining end of the value chain, helping improve yield at hard rock lithium mines. It does that through a novel patented process that is in a scale-up journey at the moment. That scale-up journey is fully funded by a large mining house called Mineral Resources, who we entered into a joint development agreement in August 2023. Mineral Resources are fully funding a piloting program and an engineering study as we speak for that technology. Battery materials is our other patented technology. Our battery material is a cathode active material called lithium ferrophosphate or lithium iron phosphate, or as known in the industry, LFP. We can also make an emerging chemistry called LMFP as well. This technology is in a pilot plant in Brisbane and is ready for scale-up. We're one of the few people outside of China with the ability to make this cathode active material, and we're really excited about the prospects for this technology in the years ahead. If we focus a little bit more on our battery recycling business, as I said, we are the leading battery recycler in Australia, and we're generating positive cash flows today. We deal with end-of-life lithium-ion batteries, and we're seeing our volumes of batteries grow year on year. Particularly pleasing is our focus on large format lithium-ion batteries, which can cover everything from a battery in a power tool through to a battery in an EV or including buses. We work with blue chip customers across Australia in terms of recycling their batteries, particularly from the energy storage environment, with relationships with one of the large energy storage producers in the world, LG Energy Solutions, as well as some of the brands that you can see on this slide. We have growing regulation in Australia around ensuring batteries are recycled, and we're clear that that regulation will continue to increase and create barriers to entry in terms of standards that need to be met to recycle batteries safely and sustainably. Our volumes have grown steadily year on year as we have signed up exclusive long-term agreements, which for us means 3 years or greater, with these blue chip customers. Part of our proposition to our clients is that we will deal with their end-of-life batteries in a safe and sustainable manner, meeting all the compliance requirements required from themselves and from government, as well as providing them with certificates of destruction and traceability of their materials through the value chain. That model has allowed us to move away from what the industry has typically done, which is to receive batteries at zero cost and rely on the value streams that are generated from recycling, to a new commercial model. That commercial model is focused on providing a service for a fee. And so we today are charging a fee upfront to our clients to recycle their battery that covers our costs with some margin. I'd like to provide more details about our battery recycling business. Today, we're the leading recycler of lithium-ion batteries in Australia. We've done that by focusing on lithium-ion batteries and growing our volumes, particularly in large format lithium-ion batteries over the last few years. Large format in Australia means 5 kilos and above. We work with blue chip clients, some of the brands that you can see here, but a range of other large battery manufacturers and OEMs. Our service to these clients is to ensure that we meet the highest safety and sustainability standards and compliance standards that they require and that government requires. We've continued to evolve our service so that we can change the commercial model on which we work with our clients. In terms of that service model and commercial model, we've adjusted it from what the industry typically would see, which is to receive batteries for free or even to pay for batteries. We've turned that on its head, and we've focused on ensuring that we receive a fee for the service that we provide upfront. That fee covers our cost to recycle the battery, as well as some margin. Part of that, though, is we then share with our clients the downstream value that we generate. So the principal material that is generated from recycled batteries is called black mass by the industry. We refer to it as mixed metal dust. This is the material that contains all the critical materials that will go back into battery chemistries and back into a recycled battery. These downstream sales, we actually share with our customers 50-50 above a floor price. These are related to commodity prices. So as commodity prices go up or down, we share the benefit with the customer evenly 50-50. It's been a strong value proposition to our clients who like the idea of ensuring that they have a strong, sustainable service being provided to them, but that they can share the benefits of commodity price changes over time. That's seen us achieve more volume into our business year on year, but also more revenue and now pleasingly operating cash profits. And we're looking forward to build on those operating cash profits over the years and months and years ahead. What do we do, though, with that materials? We've sorted out how to bring in the batteries with our relationships and long-term exclusive contracts with customers. We've improved the efficiency and the safety and sustainability in our operations, but selling the black mass into the market and making sure that we have strong relationships there isn't the final part of the equation. We've had a long-term relationship with a company in Korea called Sunhill Hi-Tech. We recently entered into a binding offtake agreement with Sunhill Hi-Tech for 60% of our black mass. They would love to take more of it, but we like the fact of being able to work with others and make sure that we understand where the market pricing is and the supply-demand dynamics. We're working right now with Sunhill Hi-Tech on a joint development agreement, which would look for them to make an investment into our recycling business to help us scale up that business. That investment will be a trade-off for more black mass, both in terms of absolute number, but also potentially the percentage that we provide on that binding offtake agreement. We're looking forward to seeing that agreement being finalised this calendar year, 2024. The agreement's an important part of our scaling strategy. We are the leading battery recycler in Australia today, and we want to maintain that position in the years ahead. So part of our scale-up journey is to consolidate our operations, which are now spread across 2 locations in Melbourne, Victoria, onto one supersized site with potential for growth, but importantly, also to move into other states of Victoria, particularly in the first instance, Western Australia and Queensland, where we see great opportunity to work with the mining industry in those 2 states to help them on their decarbonisation journey by recycling the batteries that they're introducing into their operations. So we're very pleased with the prospects for our recycling business. To be a profitable business today means that we're one, if not the only, battery recycling business in the world that's generating operating cash profits today. I'd like to move to our lithium chemicals technology. As I said earlier, this technology, which we call Linge, has the capacity to improve extraction efficiency at lithium hard rock mines. It works on low-grade or fine materials that today has no commercial value. This is materials that's left in the ground either because it's below grade or too fine to process through the traditional processes today. Our process, which is a novel caustic process, a chemical process, is able to work on these low-grade and fine materials, extract the lithium units, and create a lithium salt like lithium phosphate or lithium carbonate, which can go towards and into high-grade battery materials. This has great application for miners in the fact that a lithium mine, average hard rock lithium mine, is probably about 60% useful. So this technology has the capacity to make that mine not 60% useful, but 90% useful, extending mine asset life, creating more lithium units for sale, and moving the miner further down the value chain. The prospects for this technology have been recognised by a large mining house in Australia called Mineral Resources, who are fully funding the development of this technology. The technology is currently being scaled up through a piloting program. That journey is shown here on this slide. We're currently finalising the piloting program, but also an engineering study to build a demonstration plant in due course. At the end of this calendar year, we're looking to formalise a joint venture with Mineral Resources around the Linge technology, and then issue a license to Mineral Resources for them to build a demonstration plant at their cost. Once that demonstration plant is proven, we're then looking to provide licenses for a commercial plant to Mineral Resources, but not just to Mineral Resources, to any other miner around the world with a hard rock lithium resource. We think this has great application, not only in Australia, but in Canada, Brazil, and Africa, and the propensity to issue many licenses. We see each license generating revenues of greater than $20 million per annum per license. And so we're very excited about what this technology can do, not only from a financial perspective, but also from a sustainability perspective, and ensuring that as many lithium units can be provided to the world over the coming decades to help the world meet its electrification requirements. If I move to our battery materials technology, as I said earlier, one of the few people in the world that can make lithium ferrophosphate, which is a cathode active material. So it goes in at the positive end of the battery. It's just one material of many, but it's probably the most important and certainly the highest value material that goes inside a battery. LFP is the growing chemistry in the world due to it being lower cost and safer. It's widely adopted as the primary chemistry, cathode chemistry in energy storage and increasingly in EVs. We see the shift to LFP as continuing year on year, and we can see there's a great opportunity to participate in the value chain as the world looks to secure alternative supplies of this material outside of China, where China currently supplies greater than 95% of the world's LFP supply. Our process for this technology is patented, and which is quite a unique situation given the sea of patents that exist in China. Essentially, we bring in some units, lithium carbonate, plus some ions, plus some phosphoric acid, and we process that through a unique patented process to produce the LFP. Our process is competitive with Chinese processes from a cost point of view, and our product is proven. We have it in the hands of many customers around the world who have given us positive feedback, and in many instances, MOUs for future offtake as we scale this technology. The product has also been proven by an independent lab called Novonix out of Canada, who have said that the product is as good as, if not better than what's commercially available in the market, including Chinese product. So our job now is to scale this technology as fast as we can to bring non-Chinese LFP into the market. We currently do that. We're currently in a situation where we have a pilot plant in Brisbane that produces 1 to 2 tons of material a year. That's helping us get qualified with customers through a 4-step process. It helps us through the first 2 steps of the process. But to move on to step 3 and step 4 of that qualification process with clients, we need to move to the next scale. And so we need to build a demonstration facility and then move on to a commercial facility. The demonstration facility will help us get qualified around our product at scale, but also qualification of our process at scale, and also the equipment we use in our process at scale. We're currently working on 2 pathways for that demonstration facility for that 3rd step of qualification. One is a small facility built in Australia of about 250 tonnes, which is sufficient for us to get qualified. We're looking for government funding in that instance from the Australian governments, both federal and state, to pay 50% of the capital and working capital costs for that facility. A second pathway is to work with an international partner and build a semi-commercial facility outside of Australia. Obviously, that comes at greater capital cost and some greater technical risk, which we're looking for our international partner to do some of the heavy lifting on both of those fronts. But the demonstration facility is really just the step to getting to a commercial facility and commercial production of LFP. And we can see our first commercial facility being built towards the end of 27 or early 28 in this decade, and producing up to 25,000 tonnes of lithium ferrophosphate in that first year, and then moving on to other plants in other jurisdictions. We see those facilities being located close to customers or close to our raw materials, but in different jurisdictions around the world. And we can see a pathway to over 100,000 tonnes of LFP being in the marketplace by the end of this decade, 2030, 2031. In terms of market share, that's relatively low. in mid-single digit numbers market share. So we're very excited about what this technology can bring. Other people have said that a commercial plant of this over 25,000 tons would generate revenues in the order of $320 million and EBIT margins between 10 and 15%. And while that's not our precise calculations, we don't disagree with those calculations. So what should you look for from Lithium Australia in the next 6 months? Certainly look for us making further announcements about the profitability of our recycling business. Again, one of, if not the only, profitable lithium-ion battery recycler in the world. Look for us to finalise agreements with SunHill Hi-Tech, and then move on to securing more agreements with Tier 1 battery producers to ensure that we recycle their batteries on an exclusive basis over multi-year contracts. For battery materials, we're working hard to finalise that demonstration plant through either government funding or through our international strategic partner, as well as working on with our customers to develop more offtake agreements and our raw material suppliers. And lithium chemicals, we're continuing to finalise our piloting program and engineering program and working with Mineral Resources to move through to the joint venture and the next steps of development of that technology. So it's a busy 6 months ahead for us in Lithium Australia. Just a bit more about the company and our position on the ASX. We are ASX listed, which means we work to the highest governance standards that you should expect of an Australian listed company. We have 1.2 billion shares on offer and a retail base, shareholder base with about 12,000 shareholders. We're also a very strong and board and management team, and with a wide range of blue chip experiences, both at the board level, both at large international companies, advisory companies, as well as working in the small cap space. So we have a very strong board that's focused on governance, but also steering the strategy of the business. We also have a very experienced management team that's worked across large corporate groups, but importantly has had the experience of being involved in the sort of technology space that we work in today and that we're scaling up over time. So to summarise, Lithium Australia is the leading battery recycler in Australia. We have a profitable business that we're looking to scale and expand and secure our position in Australia and continue to build the profitability of that business. It's underpinned by long-term contracts with major blue chip clients, as well as our long-term agreement with a major battery recycler in Korea, SunHill Hi-Tech. We are well positioned as well with 2 patented technologies that are on a commercialisation journey that can generate great revenues and cash flows and profitability into the future. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Feel free at any time to reach out to myself or our advisors at Arrowhead, and we're more than happy to field any questions or provide further details about the business at any time. Thank you again.